story and it be shit like that. All that tough talk, what? You ain't built like that. What? You ain't hopping the shit, man, bring that shit, man, back. You ain't been in the...
So let me say, be okay in this motherfucker. It's gonna be okay in this motherfucker. Like, comment, subscribe, share, dislike, do all that. Do something though, show some love, right? So let me say this, right? Psychological abuse exists and is still alive to this day and is really alive, right? So you can get in a relationship. I'm gonna go right into it. You can get in a relationship, right? And you like this person, right? You love this person, you fall in love, right? And then after you fall in love, this person cheats on you, right? And you devastated. You know what I'm saying? You feel all type of ways and all of this extra stuff, right? And so what happens is you've never, for a lot of us, we've never, a lot of people have never really dealt with those emotions or so to speak, had any closure, you know what I'm saying, from the relationship, right? And so when they get in these relationships, right, they tend to attract other people just like it, and they wonder why, right? So after a while you start to wonder, like, why do I attract these people that constantly cheat on me, right? And so if you've ever had sex with a person, right, and then you thought about your ex cheating on you, while you were in the moment of having sex, did that turn you on even more? See, a lot of us are not acknowledging the fact that that turns us or even more. And so when you're going down the street and you see a quote unquote thot or a whore, right, you, like, it doesn't, like, it's harder for you to turn your head, so to speak, because they have the same energy. You know what I'm saying? And you aren't aware that these people are manipulating your mind psychologically by doing these things to you. You know what I'm saying? And so you torn between the two sides of the mind that's trying to figure out, is this type of person for you, because he demonstrates the same characteristics as this crackhead that lives outside. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, how do you develop all of these psychiatric issues or psychological issues and you're not aware of them? You know what I'm saying? We have to start paying attention to how we feel when we get in these relationships, or how we feel about a specific person, because it can determine whether you're going to be with that same person for life or not. Because you got to understand, we never die, right? So energy is always transferred, right? And so if you're not dealing with that person physically, you're going to be dealing with that person energetically. What I mean by that is, when you get in a relationship, right, and that seems like the same person, it's because it is the same person. It's just them in another body or another form, or a weaker version or a stronger version. You're attracting the same things because your heart is racing for the same type of stuff. Like I said, when you had sex, that for the very next time, were you thinking about that person being gang banged or you know what I'm saying, dealing with multiple people? You know what I mean? Because on a psychological level, on a subconscious level, some people get turned on by other people dating other people. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to admit, because they've been trapped inside of this Western psychology, you know what I'm saying, Western psychological way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? So it's like people need to aspire to be themselves, because they could be potentially wanting a poly relationship. You know what I'm saying? You could be potentially wanting something like that and not even be aware of it. You've been dating these people all these years, and they've been having this lustful energy, right? And you wonder why all your relationships only last for 4 and 5 months. Like, bro, at some point, the other person isn't always the problem. You're the problem, you know what I'm saying? Because you're attracting this person. This person didn't ask to be attracted to you. You attracted that person to you, you know what I'm saying? They didn't. Oh yeah, please come find me across the world, and make putting myself in front of your eyes so that we can know. You did that on a subconscious level. So start to work on yourself because you just never know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You could be trying to, like, you could just be doing anything. Like I told you, the heart is the most powerful tool energetically in the body ever. So when you're thinking about certain things, like for instance, if you had trauma as a child, right? And when you start thinking about that trauma, right, does it set off an emotion in your mind? Does your body does it feel like fire by the stomach? Does your heart start racing? When you think about these traumatic experiences, do you feel anger toward it? Do you feel anything toward it? If you do, you could be attracting these things without being aware of it because, like I said, when you think about stuff, a lot of y'all don't even pay attention to how your heart is beating anyway. So this is how they catch you in a polygraph because you don't pay attention to your heart. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? So start to slow down and pay attention to what the heart desires and recreate and refocus what you believe love to be, or what you believe sex to be, or what you believe intercourse or ritual or ritualistic way of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just start paying attention.